All right, so we called in everybody to the group. Welcome, everyone. It's April 11th, and today we are doing a planetary healing for our Divine Earth Mother. We've already called her in as well. We're just going to finish calling in our guides and helpers that are sacred and divine. And today we are asking for upgrades, activations, integrations, and healing for our Mother Earth. Ooh, I just got like a deep heat surge there. Ooh. And we ask that all information be streamed through her higher self, through all of our higher selves. And we thank you. Okay, so I see everybody in the group. And what is being shown to me is Mother Earth is just below our group. So we seem to be floating above her, and she's in the center. And she's slowly moving up. Very, very slow. It's almost like she's gone from kind of a blurry into kind of a little bit clearer into a little bit clearer, and she's starting, here we go, she's just arrived, and she's actually shown up. I know everything is relative, but she's shown up smaller than I would typically witness her, at least this part anyway. So there is a golden light that is spiraling around her, spiraling very, very quickly, and it's very, very thin. It's going in a counterclockwise position, and it's coming in just on the top third and staying around like where the equator would be on the Earth. North being at the top of her, south being at the bottom, so it's spiraling around her center. And as that's happening, I'm seeing like little fragments, like little tiny squares that are starting to like kind of fall away. Almost like she's made of these tiny little squares. They're definitely 6-sided squares. And they're just falling off pieces and pieces. And as that's happening, the center of her, and it's the middle section right around the equator and just a little bit above it and a little bit below it, is beginning to show up as black space. So this light is still moving. Pieces are still falling. And now it's showing up like, it's almost like, you know, when you eat an apple in the middle and have all the edges on the top and the bottom. On both sides of it. So she seems like she's hollow in the middle. All right, so there's these these kind of spaceship looking three of them have shown up. They're very like chrome looking. And I get, as soon as they show up, I get this really strong urge to cry. I don't know, I don't recognize them. I have seen them in a light stream for her before. It's the same kind of spaceship vehicle. And I do see like a wall of all these other ships. So it's kind of like I'm looking through a veil or a really thin curtain. So I can't quite see them all, but there's like hundreds of them. But there's three that have shown up for the core. So as they're coming in, and they're coming in right in front of me, they are starting to emit like laser beam lights. Laser beaming everywhere. There's these really rich blue, like a royal blue. There's a red. There's a green, and they're like firing them all over the place. So they're kind of ricocheting from in between the top portion and the bottom portion of the Earth. So in that hollow space, they're just bouncing everywhere. Bing, 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 bing. And so I'm asking what's happening, and they are working on awakening her memories, but it's more than that. It's something to do with an actual frequency they're trying to wake up. So they're trying to wake up a particular frequency, and they're showing that's going to help her be able to move or make a jump to help her move. There seems to be a very heavy feeling that I can feel in this core part of her. And all these lights are going around all over the place, and there's like they're building like a mesh net. So it's like all these straight lines everywhere. But you look through it and you see like all these little angles and points and of all these different colors. And as they're doing that, the more they're doing, the more light that's starting to form. And it's like a white, soft, kind of cloudy light that's beginning to form around the core. So I'm just waiting as that happens, because it's moving pretty quick. The sun has moved in closer. I feel like he's strongly supporting Mother Earth to be able to raise her frequency. So he is sending light, a bunch of like streams of light. It almost looks like swarms of bees of all this light that's coming to her core. And as it's coming to what would look like our aura or our energy body, it's making contact. So it would be like the atmosphere, or what we would consider as space, just around the planet. There's all these golden sparkles coming in. They're multicolored, so they have like a iridescent type of mother of pearl look to them. And as they're coming in, I can feel my head starting to get dizzier and almost like an expansion going on. Ooh. So it's these little seeds of light are planting themselves not only in what we would look at as her atmosphere, but they're coming into the core and filling in between all the laser, any kind of space that's left is being filled with these, and there's like they're pushing, they're growing. There's like a pressure, an outward pressure from center to out, and it almost has a little bit of a pulse to it, but it's working on expanding, and it feels like it's a little bit on the forceful side, assertive, like let's move, let's open this up, like that kind of feeling. Pushing. So there's that going on, and as that's happening, there's an energy that's starting to move from the south to the north and around her, back to the south to the north and around her, so I can really connect with her toroidal field. There's starting to be more of a flow that's happening there, more movement, more ease. So as that's happening and that movement's coming in, there is like a new core being built. I see pieces like land masses, water, almost like mountainous type ranges, a very different blue. It's actually giving me chills, really, really strong chills. So whatever's happening is, it feels like there's like a recreation of the Divine Mother's core. A lot of movement, things coming up, things going down, water moving. There's a lot of water displacement going on. It looks different. It doesn't look like the original Earth center, like how we would look at the equator, the map of the equator. It doesn't look like that at all. And there's way more green, a lot of green, and I feel mountains, like pieces, like huge mountains that have like popped up around the core. And it's causing ripple effects through the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. There's ripples going on, ripples, like a reformation, like ignition, or a thought process of creation, of shape, of form, of energy, where the energy is being focused. It's almost like Mother Earth is working on having her chakra system be in different places on the globe. I feel like my face is being burned, like there's a burning feeling going on. And definitely ripples. And these ripples are causing distortions in the field, especially. They're showing me more on the northern hemisphere. The southern hemisphere looks a little quieter, but the northern hemisphere, like the upward movement, is very, very strong. It's almost like I can feel mist, a lot of mist everywhere. Shaking, a lot of shaking. There's like shaking, tremoring going on. It's giving me the actual physical jitters. And the way that I'm seeing my feet on the earth is like they're not really touching her. They're like floating above her, like in a different kind of density. So there seems to be like multi things going on here, a reshaping of reality throughout the core of Earth Mother, a new placement of where her chakra system is going to be. There's like a forced expansion, and that's because I can't come up with a better word than force. It's not like making her do it. It's something she wants to do, but she's needing a little more of a nudge to get it going. And it's not because of her. It's because of our collective field. It's almost like holding her in a bit of a cage, like a holding pattern of some sort. She feels so ripe and so ready to like move, shake, reshape, realign, reawaken. And her relationship with the stars is different. It's like I'm seeing like a next, like a jump, a next level jump, but it's where we used to see the stars in a certain place, we no longer see them. They're in a different placement around the globe. different constellations have come into appearance, revealing themselves. One particularly that looks like an archer with an arrow, a golden arrow, riding on a half horse. I don't know what those are called. The half horse and man with the arrow. That's showing up really strongly in the northern hemisphere, and I don't even know what constellation that is, but that's showing up very, very strong, all in gold. And there seems the head of this constellation, this representation of this four-legged half horse, half man, is actually turning his head to look straight at the planet. And it's showing me like the butt end moving away and the face of the planet and the arrow facing the planet. So there's been a realignment somehow of how we relate to the stars, and particularly that constellation. There's also a lion constellation that is showing up, and if I'm looking straight at the Earth, I mean, it's hard to say which side is west or east, but the arrow, the man with the four legs and the arrow is on on the west, and the lion-looking type of constellation is on the lower, kind of just below the equator on the east. And it's showing up. And again, I know nothing about the constellations, or even where those particular constellations are, or what they represent. But their relationship with the Earth is showing up like this. There's new light, a blue light. It's not new in respect to in existence. It exists, but it's new to this. The frequency is new to her, newly awakened, and it's funneling in through the center of the Earth and coming out from the south to the top. So it's almost like a reverse spiral going on of this color. It's beautiful, like unearthly blue. There's all these golden type stars showing up, and they feel like a particular kind of consciousness that are showing up. Again, it's more like they're like sending light around her, completely embracing her with this golden light, especially through the core. It's a very thick band now, like a mist, a thick golden mist that's being emitted by two particular golden stars. So they're emitting this light, and it's like they're starting to fill in all of, I realized there was all these crisscrosses of light and laser beams everywhere, and the sun put his input in there. These two golden stars are like softening everything. Everything is starting to merge now, and her whole midsection is all in this golden hue of soft, very warm, loving, supportive light, and it's through her core. There's different geometries that are appearing just kind of out of nowhere. They're like golden mandalas, and in all different types of designs, and they're being imprinted all over her all over her light body, what would be like her atmosphere. They're being pasted everywhere like stickers. And they're just merging in. She's taking them, and as she's taking them, I can see there's like a breath that's starting to happen for Mother Earth. She's starting to breathe a little bit deeper. I feel there's been like a release for her, a very supported release. And her breath is able to drop lower into like the southern hemisphere, just below where the new golden light is appearing. So it's kind of that bridge in between there. There's this deeper breath that she can take. All right, she's starting to drop back down. She's dropping down. And she's kind of disappearing. So as she's disappearing, all of a sudden there's this massive Mother Earth. It was almost like she sent her baby to get some work done. Oh my goodness, she is so big. So big. And super grand. Like there's like this grandness about her and this presence that's so awake. I think our puppy's even feeling it because he's barking like crazy. So awake. And I feel like Mother Earth is recognizing, this kind of makes me want to cry a little bit, but she's recognizing each of you in the circle. And there's like this extension of light that is like wrapping all around your body, everybody's body. So she's saying thank you, and the word thank you is too small, but it's in that realm of appreciation and gratitude. And also I'm like feeling this sense from her that she's grateful that you're aware of her. And that you're sharing yourselves with her in this way. She feels appreciated and acknowledged. Ooh, it's really making me so emotional. Because it's like she's got this like light eye that's like seeing each and every one of us in the circle, and she's like blessing us with her love and her light. And there feels like there's like a care, like a mutual kind of caring and love and respect and a recognition. That's the word I'm looking for, like a recognition of her spirit and ours, that we're not separate, but we've shown up in different vehicles. So she's super grateful, and she is with her enormous connections with all that is. She is extending her toroidal field, and she's got all these like different little type of golden, like little golden stars or sprite type looking lights, and they're being wrapped all around us. We're being cocooned in her golden sprite light. And it feels like a deep blessing. It feels like a blessing. And she is blessing us. So I feel like we are complete because she's disappeared. What I'm offering or asking is, after everyone listens to this, if you could share what came up for you with this planetary healing. What did you? Were there things that you were aware of, or that you had seen, or noticed, or felt? And I would like you to share that with me. This will be posted on our site, but we also have a YouTube channel, and maybe you can put your comments there. But if you could write them out and send them to me, that would be wonderful. I want to thank you all for showing up in such a big way to support our beautiful Earth Mother. I wish to say thank you to our higher selves, to our guides and helpers that are sacred and divine, to Master Yeshua and Mary Magdalene. We thank you for your guidance and protection. So we'll send you all home. You're all starting to leave through the light bridge. All right, there goes the last one. And we ask the archangels to close the light bridge. We wish to thank Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel, and Archangel Raphael. May all beings know freedom